Hello again, I'm Stephen Jerome, and I'm going to continue reading from the London Year. Just, Terry just encountered a surprising, well, let's call it like it is, an orgy. and now here we are in the afterglow, shall we say. This is part 91. Hours later, I watched a gloomy mist hovering over the cold, dark waters of the River Thames. Where was Sebastian? Where was Timothy? I had left the no-name club in a drugged-like haze. If I saw Ara before the night air had hit me, I don't remember. Exhausted, almost shell-shocked, I followed the Chelsea embankment until the road turned toward King's Road. Then I walked familiar streets back to the flat. I fell into sleep, then woke out of habit just in time to call the Harrods operator and tell her I was sick and wouldn't be coming in. It was about noon when I heard a distant ringing telephone, then the thud of footsteps. "Phone, Terry?" It was Finn. He knocked twice as he bounded past my door back up to his room. Christ, it was probably Tess. On this day of all days, she was the last person I wanted to talk to. She'd probably called me at Harrods hoping to meet for lunch. They'd told her I was sick. More lies. I dragged myself downstairs and took the phone at the dining room table, holding my head in one hand. "Hello," I said, hoping I sounded like death's door. "Is that you, Terry?" said a man's voice. "Yes," I replied, "this is Terry." "It's Timothy Haddock." I went dead silent. "Hello?" "Yes, I'm here, Timothy." Another long pause as I gathered my addled brain. "Why am I surprised to hear from you?" He chuckled uncomfortably. "Right," he said. "It's all rather..." His words trailed off. "Rather is right," I said. You're not at work, apparently." "No, I called in sick." "Yes, so they said." I let that sink in, and Timothy caught my surprise. "I remembered that's where you worked," he said. "I had to find you. It's about last night." "Well, yes, I imagine it is, but..." I was at a loss. "I wonder if we can get together right away." "You want to meet? Is that a problem? I don't want to cause any..." No, I said, "it's not a problem. It's just, this is all very..." "I know, Terry, but it's important. Alone, of course," he added. "I mean, if that's at all possible." What was all this? And Christ, if that's at all possible, for Timothy anything was possible, but enough of the English niceties, please. We were so past that. Suddenly I was back where we started, smitten by this tousled-haired wonder, his beautiful voice, our perfect host at Oxford. He even played the fucking piano. Now, bonus of all bonuses, we were partners in sex. What stood in the way of us finally? Couldn't we... "Terry, are you there?" Yes, I'm here," I said. It all left me wondering what Timothy could possibly want to talk about. What was so urgent that he tracked me down at Harrods and charmed someone into giving him my number? Did he now intend to blackmail me for my non-existent fortune? Or worry that I'd out him to his girlfriend, or even his sister, who would immediately ring Tess? More likely it was about a sexually transmitted disease. Or worse, maybe I gave him crabs. One factual thing I could say was that I'd just had my first gay orgy. It was probably as good as it was ever going to be, and I'd die in relative contentment if it never happened again. "When do you want to meet? I'm off work anyway, recovering." He chuckled again. "Yes, I wouldn't mind a little hair of the dog myself. How about the Gloucester? It's on the street that runs parallel to Sloane Street, on the Belgravia side." He paused. I waited. I know this is sudden, even a little awkward under the circumstances, but it's time we met properly. "It is?" "Well, I think so under the circumstances. I wasn't sure exactly what circumstances he was referring to. Sure, I'm game, I said. I know the place. What time? Great. Well, let's see. It's just gone 12. Best we act now before they close after lunch. Right, I said. I can be there in an hour. I hung up the phone, and just then, as I was getting up from the table, it rang again. It had to be Timothy following up. Hello? How are you feeling? Christ, it was Tess. Not great, but I'll live. They said you called in sick. Yes, I replied, non-committal. Can I bring you anything? Actually, I'd like to come over to your place later. I could use a change of scenery. Is everything all right? I'd just like to see you, I said, and meant it. I'm home early. I'll cook you something. Well, that would be wonderful. Just come when you like, she said. Okay, I'm going to stop there. We'll be meeting Timothy at the Gloucester in the next moment, but we'll continue for next time. Thank you for following along with the London Year. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.